Hello, welcome so much to Soleil's Tarot. We're looking at what important message is coming up for you right now. What do you need to know right this very moment? Let's check it out and draw 3 cards for your pile and see where that leads. All right, so that will be pile number 1, pile number 2, if I can get this straight, and pile number 3. All right, I'll leave these up for you for a quick sec, and we'll get started shortly. Hello, pile number 1. Thank you so much for joining. We're looking at what message are you needing to know right this minute, okay? So let's see. We've got the Emperor, Law, and Order, and see what else comes up. So let's get started. And see. All right. So we've got the 7 of Cups, the Sun of Swords, the 10 of Wands in reverse. All right. Okay, pile number 1. What are we looking at here? We're looking at somebody that's strong, motivated, very much of an intellectual person. We're looking at that believes in the law and order, believes in justice, right? Believes in equality. And then we've got the opportunities that this person, which would be you, pile number 1, the opportunities that are out there. I feel like that with the Sun of Swords, it's kind of like going really full force. You see how the wings are kind of open and kind of going at it with sometimes almost careless. So if you have an option or a situation right now where you're not sure which path to take, I almost feel like saying caution, because the Sun of Swords can come in very strong. So if you're thinking about something like, let's just say, something that comes to mind, and you think that that's a good option for you, and it comes really quick, and as soon as you think about it, you feel like taking action, this is where I caution you, pile number 1, to take a step back and think about it a little bit more, okay? You're so worried about what is the end result to it and how to like fix those situations and get away from a lot of the burdens and the way you feel about certain things. But I feel like if you go really quick and you don't see all your options in hand, that you might take a step back instead of taking that step forward into a positive situation. And I'm not saying that what you're doing is wrong. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying take your time, right? And think things through before doing. All right, so we've got the Wheel of Fortune. We've got the 8 of Cups and the Strength card. Wow. All right. So remember I said that you got to take a step back and think? Well, again, the Wheel of Fortune is kind of mentioning that too with the 8 of Cups, okay? That you're going to be seeing over that mountain, over that hurdle, but all the obstacles ahead. You're going to be seeing through that. The message here is to make sure that whatever you're doing is going to fall into place. You just got to do it in a smarter way. Like the Emperor, right, is showing you, is saying, take that step, but take it with, you know, conviction. That's what I'm trying to say. The Strength card also is saying, okay, you know what? You are strong. You feel everything. I feel like this is an emotional card for me as well. You see how he's got the rose in his mouth, and he's kind of like saying, you know what? Whatever I have of fury, I also have in purity. And so it's also, again, reminding you, right? Like, how are you going to be doing this and how are you going to be moving forward is not just by, you know, all head and no tails. All right. So let's see what else we've got going on here that you need to know, what other messages we've got. So we've got the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, the 2 of Pentacles, and the Hierophant. So the next message I get here for you is balancing out doesn't always necessarily mean that you need to take another step into a new beginning, that you should see ahead the journey without always making like head waves, and feel passionate about something that is that can be, I'm going to say, traditional. So you don't always have to have new inventions, new ideas. It can also be a traditional idea or situation that you don't always have to have something new to come up with. So if this is about a career opportunity for some of you guys, you don't always need to have that, that invention ahead, or it could be just something so minimal, but it just makes a lot of sense. So I feel like that the universe is trying to tell you something here that's like maybe pile number one that you weren't expecting to have at all. And it's saying like, watch out for your choices, make the right decisions. Maybe sometimes conservative is actually a better way to look at it than having these big ideas that maybe result into lesser, right? Be in balance, creating a situation for yourself is maybe the key. Let's see what else we've got with my other super duper cards here. And see what else we get going on here. What else does pile number one need to know of their message? Their clear message. All right, so we've got the Ace of Wands. Seven of Pentacles. And we've got the Ace of Pentacles. So remember how I was saying here, maybe be traditional and whatnot. I feel like the other message here for you, pile number one, and there's going to be a few here messages, is that there's going to be also that opportunity of seeking something completely different in your life, new beginnings, prosperity, and also a lot maybe of traveling and setting your goals. So maybe this is time to reflect on things, and maybe what it's telling you also is that all this stuff will be coming in time for you, pile number one, as long as you kind of deal with whatever is the cause right now and putting those good things to use in order to gain that career or whatever opportunities that you've been seeking for, those goals, figuring out what you really, really want. The Seven of Pentacles, like I said, for me, the Seven of Pentacles means a lot of hard work. As you can see here, she's with a shovel. She's kind of ready to go. She's ready to put on that extra, oomph to the ground in order to make the tree grow. Money grow, right, on trees, which obviously would be nice if that would happen. But it doesn't, and that's what I'm saying. This also has to do with a lot of hard work, including, and when I'm saying a hard work, it's not like you have to put so much time that you don't have valuable time with family and friends and whatnot in order to gain. But hard work means doing it, but doing it right? So we all can put a lot of work or put a lot of hours in and work, but if you're not working those hours efficiently, then it's not hard work. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. That's kind of how I see it. Well, anyways, we've got the Five of Wands. We've got the King of Cups. And the Two of Wands. Okay, for some of you, this might be also another time that you're seeing a lot of competition coming about. You're seeing that there's somebody charismatic that's going to be in your path as well. So maybe the person that's very competitive in your life right now is also somebody that actually makes you feel happy and content too. But you feel like that they are not always 100%. You don't know how to take this person. This could be, for some of you, some romantic situation as well that you're seeing. Even looking at the two tigers here, the way they're seeing each other and looking at each other, it's like, okay, we're competitive, but yet we kind of have this attraction towards one another. I feel like the King of Cups is a lot of emotions and charismatic person that is portrayed. And also the Two of Wands shows me a direction and also partnership that is brewing. So some of you might be a business partnership. It might be somebody that you feel very competitive but very attracted to work with. Others, it can be a romantic situation, and moving ahead. So even though the Five of Wands might be something that people would consider negative, to me it's considering a challenge also in your life of moving forward with something. We also have the King of Swords, the Tower, and the Five of Swords. So ultimately, maybe you feel that there's another, like a betrayal of some sort. For some of you, it could be, let's go back to the work situation. Some of you, it could be a boss that you feel like you're just getting nowhere with this person. And that is making a lot of conflict in your life right now. And that's why you're seeing yourself not move ahead. There's nothing really you can do about that except kind of, let things roam or let things go. So, this could be very well the same situation here, that people that might be feeling attracted to them based on their competition status. But some of you might be feeling like this person is way too overwhelming, or even that boss is way too overwhelming, that you can't really look forward to creating anything else in the future in this company or wherever you're at. So we've got the Four of Swords, the Page of Swords, and also the Six of Pentacles. You're seeing nothing but rainbows, hon. Page with the pentacles here, the Six of Pentacles. That's how I kind of see things. It's kind of like, being kind of like hippie kind of, like you're just going around life, accepting and loving everything, giving, receiving, having family, enjoying yourself, right? Okay, so pile number one, I feel like the we're looking at also curiosity. Oh, sorry, pile number two. Geez, did I just say pile number one? Apparently it's getting too late for me on this. No, it is pile number one. Oh, shit. Okay, sorry, pile number one. So we're looking at the Page of Swords as well as the Four of Swords. So sometimes that curiosity with the Six of Pentacles means that, you're losing out on sleep. You're losing out on being recovered. You need time to rest. Pile number one. Not everything is just, you need time. All right. So make sure that you take time for yourself. This is one of your important messages. Make sure that what you're doing is not overpowering you. You are putting a lot of hard work, like we mentioned before, but also all this extra drama in your life with potential maybe of some of you having that influence of a crappy boss and not being able to come forward. You need to get that mental status back in order for you to be able to kind of, be able to fight things and see the end of the light with your Six of Pentacles and giving and taking and having a beautiful family. So anyways, regardless of that, thank you so much for joining. We will see you next time. Please make sure to like and subscribe. Hasta luego. So pile number two, thank you so much for joining. We're looking at what is that message for you right now, that important message. We've got the Knight of Pentacles. And let's see what else we've got going on here. I'm going to move these over to this side. So it's kind of like a bright shine, well, I would have said unicorn, but I feel like it's just a horse, but it kind of looks almost like a unicorn wise. But I feel like that, well, that's just, I think, the ear. But anyways, to me, it kind of almost represents a unicorn with all those beautiful colors. All right, so we've got the Father of Wands. We've got the Eight of Cups. And we've got the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. All right, pile number two. The first thing that I'm getting here for you is that some of you might be feeling right now that you're not really getting that financial desire that you've been getting, that you've been, going through a little bit of a hurdle right now, and then seeing things a little bit on the crucial side. Maybe even you've been pondering with the Knight of Pentacles to do some additional investments, and it's just things have not been really manifesting as much as you wanted to. I feel like that you're very confident though, and that you have that sense of not giving up and moving forward and seeing things for what they are, but also being a creative mind and seeing how you're going to be moving forward. That this is just an obstacle, but it's okay. Things are going to be changing kind of way. That's how I see you right now, portraying yourself with the the Father of Wands. Okay, so we've got here the Five of Swords. We've got the Seven of Cups and also the Four of Pentacles in reverse. So I feel like that you've also been putting in a lot of your savings. You've been actually changing the dynamics a little bit before maybe, and I'm going to be honest with you, some of you might be even gambling. And I feel like you've been gambling a lot of what your regular funds are, but now you're dipping into your savings. So please be careful with that. For some of you, if you are watching this, please be careful, because it can create a lot more of a situation for you in the long run. Some of you, you might be seeing also the opportunities out there right now, sometimes more than others. Feel like that one cup is the one in the middle might be the one that you're not seeing right now. With the Five of Swords, something to me is broken and it needs to be fixed. So whether some of you are gambling, whether some of you are having financial difficulties at the moment, or you made unwise investment decisions, you're seeing new opportunities come up. You're not letting things, bring you down. You're just kind of going back up and back up. I feel like this is the time that it's saying cautionary. Please don't overspend. Take time to kind of see things clearly before you do more. All right, so we've got the Temperance here. We've got the Eight of Swords. And we've got the Four of Wands. So the Eight of Swords is, I need a clarification on that. That's the Judgment. The Judgment card for the Eight of Swords. Very interesting. So I feel like the opportunities in time are, it's telling you to wait, because there's something else coming your way, something that you have not been seeing here with the Eight. Okay, it's kind of like things that you haven't been seeing are coming now to life. There's opportunities that we were seeing before that are actually coming in clarity now, that you're going to be seeing those rewards coming about, that you're going to be seeing action taken. But it's going to take time to get this all going for you. Okay? I'm not saying that things are just going to be slowly coming your way. Once it does, I feel like that news you're going to be getting, you're going to understand it, and you're going to be able to say, yeah, that's what I thought it was, or, oh yeah, this makes sense now. So I feel like you just have to have that time to kind of figure it out. And then once it comes to you, you will know. The Four of Wands is a very good card. It shows, to me, this is like the eye of the tiger kind of thing. So I feel like this is like that moment of truth coming your way. The unexpected is what you are now receiving. It will make sense to you, like I said, once you see it in front of you. That's what I feel like with the Judgment and the Eight of Swords. Once it's there, you'll see, you'll know, and then you will make your decisions. Let's see what else we've got going on in your life and what messages you need. So we've got the Queen of Wands and the Four of Wands. Four of Wands, Four of Wands. And the Page of Cups. All right, so I feel like that there's that offering on the table with the Page of Cups and the Four of Wands. For some of you, it might be a relationship coming your way, feeling that you're bringing in that leadership role into the romance. Maybe this is where you've decided that you're moving it forward, taking a step forward with a relationship, and it's saying that it's time to go ahead and move forward. So we've got the Creator No card. We've got the Knight of Swords. And the Page of Pentacles. So we're going to go back to this quickly because I feel like the romantic situation is kind of, you know, set and done in stone kind of thing. But I feel like with the No and the Knight of Swords, I'm getting that that situation that things are going to be resolving themselves like we said here. But you're also going to be seeing with the Page of Pentacles, new talents come about. So remember when we were talking about the Eight of Cups here, and, you know, climbing that mountain or being over top, the obstacles are going to be completing themselves once you hit that mountaintop. Again, with the Page of Pentacles, I feel like that is that situation where you're going to be seeing those new skills, new talents come about in your life that are going to be helping you. So I say that all those highs and lows or conflict situations with the No card and the Creator are going to be coming to an end, and that you're going to be actually seeking those new skills and new skills and talents that you have. I was going to say challenge. It's not a challenge. It's talents that maybe you weren't clear to see in. And maybe that is what you're seeing here with a Judgment come about and the Four of Wands. I feel like this is kind of a little bit different than that creative unity for me. All right, so we've got the Emperor card here. We've got the Six of Swords and the Three of Swords. All right, so, you know, pile number 2, for some of you, it could potentially be that you are reflecting of moving on and not being with a certain person in your life, or for others, it could be that you're moving on into a different situation that maybe has been giving you a little bit of grief and a heartbreak for some time. Maybe this person is a little bit too extreme, and you feel like, you know, sometimes that this is just not working out for you. Could be also a job related situation where you're feeling also heartbroken because you really don't want to leave, but the Emperor persona is giving you no way out as to just head on back. All right, so the Six of Wands, the Death card, and the Moon. Very interesting. So this last message here, I feel like can be relatable to many, but it can also be very specific to some. So it's like working on your shadow work. So some of you might need to work on who you are and how, like your shadow work, in order to be able to transform yourself and be able to feel good about yourself. I feel like this all has to do with the way that you mentally feel right now, and maybe working on some also past situations. Even when you were a child, some of you might have situations that you haven't been worked or you haven't worked with that should have been or can be worked on right now. And this is where I think that I'm going to leave this. Thank you so much for joining. I'm expecting, hopefully, that you guys will be here next time. Please subscribe, join, and we will see you. Thank you. Hasta luego. Hello, welcome, pile number 3. Thank you so much for joining. Your card is the High Priestess. So let's see what else we get with your beautiful card here in regards to what important message, sorry, we've got going on here. So we've got the Son of Pentacles, we've got the Seven of Pentacles, and the Father of Cups. Very emotional situation for you, pile number 3. Feel like right now you've been kind of looking into, you know, being a little bit more into the world, kind of seeing, like, observing more of your dreams, kind of looking into what your situation is, and you've been humble about it. You've been kind of seeking opportunities. You've been seeking help from others. So, and I feel like with the Father of Cups, that somebody has been, you know what, I wouldn't say putting their back to you, but I feel like emotionally they have just been kind of disattached to whatever you're going through right now. It's kind of like, oh, well, deal with it on your own time, or deal with it on your own. We're not going to help you out kind of situation. Now, I know this might not be relatable to all, but to some, that this is happening to. And if so, I'm sorry to hear that. I feel like that you have been working really excessive to kind of make things work, and sometimes it does and sometimes it doesn't. But I feel like this person here has been, you know, being emotionally unattached to you pretty much, and kind of giving you kind of like a little bit of the cold shoulder right now. Feel like that you've been actually looking to not just help yourself, but to help others, to help the community, to, you know, be of more of assistance. You've wanted to be there for your family and friends, especially your friends, and you've been motivated of keeping that emotional situation, like emotional with your friends in good standing, right? So I feel like that the message here, and I'm gonna kind of get into some messages, because it's not all going to be just one message, but I feel like the messages here is that whatever is happening in your life right now in regards to finances, or not having enough, I feel like even though somebody might not be on your side, but you are making things work, and you're really trying, and that's what the goal is to try not to give up. All right, so we've got the Temperance, and we also have the Six of Wands. So it's like you're kind of renewing yourself. You always kind of find a way out, whether somebody helps you or not. Something just kind of clicks every single time. It's like the universe is not going to let you go hungry. Like the universe is not going to let you, you know, pass time by yourself. It's always like working some kind of little magic. It might not be big, but it's something that you can say, you know what? I've been there, done that. I don't even know how I made that happen, but I did. And kind of like the universe is kind of like really working. Sometimes you feel like against you, but in some ways or another, it's just always giving you enough to kind of pass by. But what is enough, right? So we've got here the Ten of Pentacles, the Mother of Pentacles, and the Father of Pentacles, Woza. All right, pile number 3. If you weren't feeling like this person was going to have your back, I feel like there's other people here that certainly do. And they're willing to make anything and everything possible. If you were one of those people that decided that they were going to do it all on their own, and they didn't want no help from their family, I feel this is a mother and father figure, obviously, as the name says. But they're willing to help. And they're willing to help you big time so that you can get back on your feet. This is not something that you actually had expected to, or maybe you just didn't ask, but they are willing to. For some of you, this is that case, okay? Pick up that phone, you know, text them, dial them in, hook yourself up. It's not by taking advantage. Maybe that's what you were thinking, is that you were taking advantage of them or the situation, but you're not. You're just asking for a little bit of a help so you can just get by. So you can move ahead. Never mind getting by. All right, so we've got the 8 of Wands. What clear messages here, pile number 3? We've got the 8 of Wands, the Moon, and the 5. Oh my God. All right, first of all, as soon as I seen this, the first thing that came to me was it only strikes once, okay? So if some of you are really going through a tough time right now, it only strikes once, okay? And you will see that light strike and everything's going to be back to normal. The Moon, it's giving you a lot of potential, dreams and hopes and abilities to come forward. And with the 5 of Cups, I feel like that there is that droopiness set of emotions right now, but things are going to be coming to an end. Like I said, it only strikes once. That is exactly the message there. All right, let me see what else pile number 3 is coming up of those messages. Let's utilize this other set of cards here and see what else we got. All right. So we've got the Six of Swords. We've got the Tower and the Judgment. Okay, hopefully you guys can see that. I should just move this over here a little bit. Give myself some more room to work. All right. So we've got the Six, the Tower, and the Judgment. Pile number 3. Obviously, you're thinking about doing something else, moving along, maybe checking other options. I feel like things are going to have to crumble, as we said here with the 8. Okay, that things only strike once. We've got, you know, the same thing happening here. It strikes once here, all goes in flames, but sometimes it's a good idea and good thing that happens. Maybe you need to release all that stress and anger or whatever it is that you're feeling in order to move ahead. We're seeing this Judgment here, and it says acceptance, awaken, and assessment. Is that maybe sometimes we need to feel wide awake in order to make that situation work. All right. So if you're that person in this reading that is thinking about moving on into a new direction, new opportunities out there, and is taking that challenge while still things are kind of burning alive, the Judgment is saying go for it. Okay. Maybe this is the time you need to be able to accept what isn't and move forward, move on. Like, let things go. Let things work for you. We got the King of Swords, the Four of Swords, and the Six of Wands. I feel like a little bit of rest will do you good, pile number 3, and especially, you know, you want to be back in power. You want to feel that relief of certain situations, certain aspects in your life. You know, the message is clear that you want that power back. You need to kind of chill, relax, recover, you know, take time to reflect, and then things will kind of populate for you. So let's see what else we've got. Knight of Swords. This is clear as day. Pile number 3, clear as day. Knight of Swords, Page of Swords, and the Two of Wands. I could have sworn something like that came back with pile number 2 as well. Very similar news here. Also feel like the Two of Wands here is portrayed as partnership and influence, but for me it's always been a directional by holding the 2 wands. So I feel like this is moving on to that certain direction and holding on tight of where exactly you need to go. Kind of follow the brick road, right? Or the yellow brick so you follow the yellow brick road or whatever. You know, from the Wizard of Oz. And I feel like that's kind of like what it's saying, you know. Once you reach that, you follow it, all right? You are a very clever person. You're ready for a fight again. Once you rest it up and you see that everything's been crumbling and whatever, take those peeps of yours, your fam, let them help you out. Okay, get back on your feet, get really moving, get those creative you know, inners pumping, and get your groove on, because this is where that Knight of Swords coming in and saying, you know, I'm coming in with a bang, you know, and I'm going to be actually putting a lot of fire in there, or maybe a lot of air. But tensions are going to be high, and you definitely are going to be ready for that fight, and you're going to be moving on that yellow brick road. Okay, let's see what else we've got here quickly. We've got the Five of Swords, the Six of Pentacles, and the Seven of Pentacles. See, this is what I'm talking about. Pile number 3. I'm losing my voice here, but what I'm trying to say here is that with the Five of Swords, Six of Pentacles, and the 7, we're looking at that no longer being conflicted, no longer seeing yourself as a victim, and being able to see family and friends as help, to receive that from them, and being able to create those goals. Work hard for what you want. Create that a tree of pentacles, of gold, whatever you want to call it. Okay, but make sure you establish yourself. And that is what that help is going to help you do, is establish yourself once again and create that long-awaited journey of yours. This is your message there, pile number 3. Thank you so much for joining. I hopefully see you next time. Don't forget to subscribe and like. Hasta luego.